Hello, everyone. I'm Speranza Walsh, and this is Art from the Heart at St. Augustine's Church. And we are still doing our sessions remotely due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And we are still working with Popism. And for today, we have a slightly different exercise. The first thing I want you to do from your palette, if you're using tubes, is to just remove your white and black tubes, set them aside. And now from the rest of the colors, choose four that you like. I would prefer if they are contrasting colors. I would prefer if they are bright colors, but if not, it's okay. It's your preference, but it only has to be four colors. Then I will explain why I asked you to do that. So here I am using pans. So I don't really get to remove the white pan and the black pan or anything like that. Everything here. So I have to decide which colors I like. So I'm going to choose yellow, red, blue, and green. So yellow, red, blue, and green would be the colors I will be using for this activity. Yellow, by the way, is my favorite color. So you might notice that it might dominate the art piece a little bit. But again, you are the artist. You are creating your artwork depending on what you want. Okay, I will show you a sample. So this is what we did in class. Using this exercise, we painted this calla lily with this gerber here and this other flowers in the background. Now for the exercise we're going to do now, we might have more of these flowers. There might be a slight difference. So let's make a start. I will walk you through the drawing, and then from the drawing, we will paint it with the colors we have chosen. So as I mentioned earlier, we are painting um, a calla lily. So the first thing I should have here would be a calla lily. So I will start probably with a calla lily here, slightly off center, like so. And then here, just wavy lines. And then this line should go, yes, downwards. Here again, downwards. Let me just wrap this here, like so, to close it, downwards. Okay, let me just draw over it again to make it thicker. But on your paper, it should be as light as possible, but you should be able to see it. I'm just making it darker on my end so you can see it, even with uh, the resolution of the screen and camera. Now, another calla lily would be really nice in this drawing. So I will draw another one and probably a smaller one. Okay, maybe not yet in bloom, like so. Okay, so it hasn't bloomed yet. Next would be leaves. Of course, we need leaves. Um, Let me just draw a nice leaf here at the back. And maybe here in front as well. So let me just draw a nice leaf here as well. You can see it is overlap. And there's no problem. We just have to erase that. Oh dear. I just have to find my eraser. So let me erase that in a moment. Now from here, we continue. So I'm just gonna draw even more leaves here. Just waving and then going back in. like so. And then here, let's put another one. This would be slightly different from what we painted in class earlier. And then here, in the background, sort of, I will just add some flowers. Okay, so from here, like so, just thin stems. Okay, so just small flowers. Again, thin stems. And we have this one. And of course, leaves for this one as well. So I was telling my students earlier, it's more of like a parsley leaves. Okay, so that flower is now done, but I still want to add gerbers. So let's see where we can put them. Maybe one here in front. So here. And I just need to erase this bit. Like so. And then here. Oh, I need to erase this a little bit as well. Do bear with me. There we go. And then, of course, it has to have a stem. Or we can just assume that it's behind the leaves. And then we can start painting. So this is our drawing. Again, be mindful that we cannot use black or white because that's what we did first, remove black and white. And then we chose 4 colors. So we can only choose we can only use the 4 colors that we have chosen. And I will start with the calla lily first. Not because I love yellow. Okay, I love yellow. Oh, another thing is you can lighten the colors by adding more water. So we use the same colors, but we change the intensity of the color by adding more water. So now I have that. Okay, and we will not be mixing the colors. So no mixing. What we can do is only lighten or darken them. And there we go. Okay, now I'm painting the main colors first, the subject first, the main subject. And then I'm gonna do the background also with the same colors. So that's that one. Okay, now I'm going to paint the sleeves. I'm gonna paint half of them green and half blue to make it more exciting. It's my way of showing the shadows, even if I don't really show shadows on the image, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I will continue with the pattern. Right side is dark green, and the left side, later on, I will paint blue. Okay, so far so good. So one more leaf. Let me just turn this around a little bit. Okay, like so. Fantastic. Okay, so now I choose to lighten it by dipping my brush in water. And I'm going to paint these leaves now, the smaller leaves. Here as well. And the stem here. Fantastic. Now, I'm just going to let that dry. So for this round, I'm going to use blue and I'm going to start working on the background. And by that, I mean painting flowers. And yes, these are supposed to be flowers. And later on they will be once they have their stems attached to them. Fantastic. I am very happy. So now I go back to green and I start attaching the stems. So like so. Yes, different direction here, like so. Okay. And maybe different direction here as well. So I'm just working on the background now. Well, as you can see, of course. And I have these flowers in the background. Lovely flowers. Okay, so now this area seems to be drier now. So I am going to paint the blue area of the leaves. So the blue area of the leaves would be the other half. So like for this one, it's this half. Again, you can lighten or darken it, I mean the paint, by adding water. So the less water, the darker it is, the more intense the color. The more water, the lighter it becomes. So we've done that leaf. Okay, maybe. Yeah, that's better. And then we're going to do this leaf now. Oops. Be careful not to smudge it. I just touched the paint. Yes, and I'm painting this. Some of it dry and dry, some of it wet and dry. But again, the base is always dry so that it can dry faster. But again, for this one, you have to be fast enough um, so that you don't see that those lines, the brush strokes, create. Okay, so now we have lots of blue and green, but I did say choose four colors. So where does the fourth color go? Yes, that is red. Okay, so let's now start applying the red one. Um, I will start with this one, which is the flower. Probably should be a bit lighter, but yeah, this should be fine. And then the other flower here. And then this one. But I have to be careful with this one because this blue area here is not yet dry. So I have to be really careful with that. Otherwise, it's going to bleed in. Okay, wow, so that's a nice flower over there. And now let's use more red. Let's create some more red flowers for the background. So let's create more red flowers here. Maybe here as well. And then let's give it blue stems. Let's be adventurous. Let's give it blue stems. Okay, let me just turn this around like this. Wow, that is lovely. Now, to balance it, I think we need more yellow. We do have two yellow flowers there, but I don't think that balances it enough. Oh, and let's put some red here in the middle of this flower. Okay, let's give it more yellow flowers here in the lower part. Again, we have four colors that we have selected, so let's make use of those four colors. Fantastic. I love it. Okay, now for this yellow flowers, yeah, I'm gonna use blue for the stem as well. So just blue. Okay, let me turn this around facing you. And then same here. And then I'm going to do something similar on the other side. Okay, fantastic. So we now have lovely background, but we're still missing some parts. And yes, you're absolutely right. The parts missing would be this and this. So I'm just going to get some green paint, make it really light. Okay, I was hoping a bit lighter than that. So that means I need to rinse my brush and just spread that paint with water really quickly before it dries. Okay, maybe even lift some of it. There we go. And yes, so that is today's art piece for Fauvism. It's actually wildflowers. Here's another one that we made in class earlier. So another set of wildflowers. And there are flowers in the background. We did draw the main flowers, but we just painted the background. Again, we've done all of this using only 4 colors. And the contrasting ones, very bright colors in my opinion. But again, as I mentioned earlier, the choice of colors is dependent on you. So I hope you enjoyed the session on Fauvism, and we will have one more session on Fauvism, and then we will do some Art Deco. Okay, have a great week, everyone, and see you again soon. Bye bye.